But let's get back to the digital authority piece. And if you're not familiar with Google's search algorithm, authority's always been about 50% of the algorithm, and the other 50% is content. And so the amalgamation of your content generally shows your knowledge and an understanding of a topic, and the link profile of your website is going to influence the authority side. So it's these two things that combine, and that's who gets rewarded in search. Google's always tweaking this. They're always going back and forth. And as of a few years ago, content was really shining. And then we became completely awash in AI content. People were standing up 10,000 page websites overnight. And Google now had a new problem on their hands, indexing and classifying all of this new AI content. How would they do it? And so when content has when it's become a spammy to some degree, or they feel like the results are littered with poor quality content, they swing that to the other side to reward more of the authority side. And that's the situation I believe we find ourselves in right now, because it's really easy to create AI content now. There's like 1,000 tools out there that can do it. You can just go to ChatGPT and do it. So literally anyone who wants to write an article can tap in a couple of words and get an entire article. So they need to figure out a way, if everybody can write and basically write at about the same level, if it's all being generated through ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, well, how do we figure out what's actually the best search result, right? That's where the authority comes in, and they can see, oh, you've been cited on this website over here. Oh, you have all of these business profiles. We are going to favor you over the person down the street who just stood up their website, put 10 articles up on the site, didn't do anything else, right? That to them is someone who has not established themselves as an authority on the internet, right? So I believe you need to invest even more this year in link building, making sure you have citations across all directories, both general and legal, getting your content appearing in multiple mediums, so that same content or new content appearing on YouTube, TikTok, these other areas where both Google search and LLM search they're going to go to get those signals. They want to see whether or not you're an authority. The second reason why I think this is going to play a really large role in the results this year is that Google's starting to experiment with AI in their search results. And so, the AI overviews that I've talked about at first were a little bit concerning, but the thing I've seen with that is that the more local specific results have no AI element to them. And so I'm talking about people searching for our target keywords, the ones we focus on the most, which are going to be some variation of attorney or lawyer in city. And those are the ones that pay the bills. They're the ones that bring the best clients, the best leads, all of that stuff. And so my initial thought is, well, this doesn't really matter too much. It just makes the landscape a little more competitive for those target keywords, because we're going to need more of those leads to offset leads being lost from informational queries. But this may change and may change quickly. We never know how kind of quickly Google is going to adopt these things. But what we've seen in the past, whenever they roll out something like this, a new type of search or adjustments to their search results, they do it in little sprinkles, right? The LSA ads were rolled out in sprinkles across the U.S. for years, and then now we are where we are with it being basically universally adopted across cities and types of professions as well, which it wasn't always the case there. We're starting to see AI in local search results. So people asking for best tacos in Denver or something like that, they're starting to formulate AI overviews based on what appears to be website data or website information, and also social media. And so they are looking for, at least the early signs show them looking and placing an importance on user generated content. So things that are being found in those social media engines that are signs of authority are what they're factoring in addition to like web presence and maybe how many reviews they have on their Google business profile, using a bunch of these factors to come up with kind of these AI type overviews that are going to be like, it appears like the best tacos are these, 3 places because they've got this number of reviews. They've got, yada, yada. So you can see like how this may shift in the future where, they may not be the judge of if someone's searching best personal injury attorney in my city. They may not outright just pick one person or something like that. But I don't think it's out. I mean, I don't think it's a far off idea that they are going to start trying to have some level of summarization around the people in those areas, because I think in their mind it probably makes more sense to reward people who have reviews and these like user generated signals that are hard to manipulate, whereas you can manipulate the search rankings by doing SEO, right? And people who are maybe not the actual expert in that arena or in that city are getting outsized coverage because they know how to do SEO, or maybe they're doing kind of like a hack with like an exact match domain, and so they're getting an outsized benefit from the way the algorithm is working. But this may change very quickly, and so I would highly recommend diversifying and getting reviews across multiple platforms, making your presence known in different platforms, so that no matter what signal is being used to calculate those in Google search engines or other LLM search engines, you are ahead of the curve and you can come out on top when these things maybe start to become more widespread.